and I want to bring to the stage. We got coming up. We got 3 amazing people, but the one that I have coming up to you right now, this dude right here, this amazing dude right here. All I can say is he is the bomb.com. He has that wandering thing right there. He just has this myopic. He has a potato, whatever. He'll tell you. He has belief. He has like 1,001 inventions, right? He's the invention man. That's what he is. He invents stuff. He is the creative of the creative of the creative. Okay? So without further ado, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Always ready. I just heard him mouth. Always ready. Always ready. Bring it to the stage. Bring it to the stage. There you go. It's all on you.
Thank you, Carolyn, for this wonderful introduction. I like that picture. Great picture of me. I'm excited to be here. The reason why is because the fact is that when you have an idea and a concept in life, when you have a dream, a lot of times you discourage yourself by nature because of fear. And when I first introduced myself to Carolyn back in 2019, it seemed like it was ages ago. It was a response to I guess it was a flyer. She was having a big event down at Sugar House Casino, and I had to be there. I just got finished inventing a mobile handheld photo booth, and I just wanted to show the world. I was excited. And one lesson I can take from that was that when you have belief in what you're doing, you do not have any fear of what things that may not work. You don't have fear about if people don't like it. You just go out and do it, because I believe when you have a mission here in life, it's for you. And a lot of times, people do like how Joseph did, start sharing your dreams to everybody. And when you do that in the very beginning, you can get discouraged because you could be sharing your dreams to the wrong people. So a lot of times, you have to keep that mouth shut, get to work on the plan and make it effective. I remember when I first did my first party in my event. 2019 was the come out year. And it was amazing because in January, the idea was written on paper. And by November, I already have been on the news, and I did over 30 to 40 different events, all on a mindset of knowing that that's the goal where I want to go. Patent pending. I was, found the way how to, patent my product and getting the paperwork in back and forth with the patent and trademark office. Getting the answers that I needed. But I noticed that I had to have that self-belief. And the thing is, what I've learned is that we was never taught that in none of the subjects we went to school with. We never was taught self-belief. At home, most parents did not really get it. Now they say that they believe in you, or they say they're proud of you, but they have their own personal self-belief. We didn't have. That's why you see so many adults in these seminars, these classes, trying to get their belief again. One thing I love kids. The reason why I love kids is on the fact that they have no fear. We put fear inside of them. We tell them to stop, don't go. We tell them to slow down. We tell them not to think big, tell them to grow up. They didn't have any fear. And I had to get back to my roots of understanding what cultivates belief. And that's why I wrote a book called Act and Grow Belief, because I believe action allows yourself to get to the next level of what you want in life as far as the goals and dreams, because you can think it all you want, but you also can think yourself out of it. Sometimes you got to get things moving. And the great thing about movement is that when you have action, what you do is you create a new state in your mindset. When you start moving, it changes. You get outside of the environment, you go to the next environment, it starts to change. That's good. I had to keep moving. But before you move, because you want to make sure when you're moving, you have direction. See, direction creates time and it preserves your energy. If you have lack of direction, you'll waste so much time and you burn out your energy. Now, last year was a year of growth. It was a year of development. In the words of my mentor, Jim Rohn, he'll probably classify that year because he believed life is maintaining in season. And I believe that season last year was wintertime. Now, wintertime to Jimmy, what he talked about, I call him Jimmy because I kind of think of him as a friend of mine, even though I never met Jimmy, but I learned from his lessons. He said wintertime is when things go wrong, when everything just blows up in your face. People turning their back on you, people dying, things that are not going and working the way that you want to. That is winter time. But also, with every adversity, there's a seed of equivalent benefit. So there's a benefit behind that adversity. And in that wintertime season, we have learned last year that we overcome in a lot of different things. We was able to adapt when the world shut down. We was able to really get ourselves out of that hole. And right now some people are in wintertime moments right now. Some people are in springtime, and you got to be careful with springtime. Why? Because the spring season is very short. So you got to make sure that you're plowing the ground, making sure that you're getting the research that you want and your dream, your goal. Make sure you plant the seeds in the right places, the fertile places. So it may be springtime for you, or maybe summertime. Summertime is the time where you protect your goals, your ideas. You may be protected from the people that's trying to say that it's not going to work. Protected from the people that's trying to steal it. So you might be probably working on your trademark, your patent, your copyright. I don't know what you're doing, but you're protecting it. Now, some people, they may be experiencing the fall time. And you know what happens in fall. That is the harvest season. And with the harvest season, it's time to pick the harvest. Now, I don't need you to start studying the roots. Jimmy always talked about this. Don't study the roots, start picking the fruit. We got some people that they want to analyze at the harvest, like how did a tree grow and how many roots? No, forget about how many roots it is. Find out how you can gather that harvest. So my challenge to you for this year is the fact is, whatever state you're in, whatever season you're in, make sure you use that time wisely. And whatever plan, desire and why, you got to write it down. A lot of people like to store stuff up here. This is a great place. But sometimes you have to see it written down. And just like what Carolyn was talking about, like we didn't see 2020 coming the way it did, but in everything that you're doing, before you start in the planning process, you got to finish the idea before you start. You work your way to the finish. Like they did an example at one point in time when a guy goes to a lot, they asked him, like, when do you first start to build the hotel? And Jimmy said, when it's finished. Now, really, from the eyes, we're looking at, well, there's no building there. So how can we start when it's finished? No, you start when it's finished on the planning process, because I'm going to tell you, if he talks, that same guy talks to his architect, you already see the design of a hotel already done. It's just that we're waiting for that first shovel to go in the ground. And the key is to ask your question, what is your shovel? And are you digging in the right place? Some people are digging, but they may be going wrong on somebody else's land. And that reminds me of a story. Russell Conwell, he was one of the founders of Temple University. And he used this lecture called Acres of Diamonds. And without telling more about the story, anything like that, you can research that yourself. But the moral of the story was the fact that most people look for their acres of diamonds in all these other places, but the place where they're standing at right here, maybe there's a solution that you got that can solve a problem. And maybe that problem that you solve could be the answer to what you need to do for us financially, with your life, and what you want to do going to the next level. So you got to utilize these different tactics, these skills. 2020 just showed us that we are able to adapt. We're able to solve problems. We're able to overcome. So that means we're not limited by anything around us. The only thing that will limit you is the belief that you have in your mindset. And I'm very excited for y'all, because I know that even through my journey, and my journey is not all the way finished, because I have a lot of other things that's going to come around. But it's well planned out, well detailed, and you got to mark that date. Without the date being marked on your plan and dream, you might as well say it's a wish. And like we always know, wishes sometimes don't come true. You got to, Jimmy always said, don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. And the thing that I want to leave you with is that do not, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Develop more skill sets. Because the job is not going to give you no raise, even if you hoop and holler for raise. No. You're paid for just that position alone. But if you work on yourself and develop more skill sets, then everything that you will want in life is ready for you. So I'm really excited for you. I know this year could be a breakout year for you. Define exactly what you want. Write it down. List the obstacles that you may have to go through. See, most people don't do that. List the obstacles you may have to go through, the adversity. List them down. So when they do and they show their face, show your plan. See, when fear comes, show your plan. Show your plan to fear. Don't avoid it. The more you avoid it, the more fear grows. But the more you show the plan, the more fear will be like, okay, hold up, you got a plan. Let me not mess with him. Or let me come at him a different way. Show your plan. Your plan will eliminate your fear. So keep moving. And once again, act and grow belief. It's coming out in April. My mentor, Jim Rohn, once said, the best time to act is when the idea is hot and the emotion is strong.